Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Call her loyal to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who are the true rulers and leaders of Israel today. I want to say Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Yahweh Kakwarash Barakatham, to the true Akim that's out there pushing the truth and sincerity, and you sisters through Akwath that's out here helping the men that's and playing your role in doing so. Uh this is a quick response on a lesson that Apostle Gabah put out there. All right, and he asked because they've been trying to put this title of Black Hebrew Israelites upon us, as in a way where they trying to demonize us and trying to, basically, make us out to be terrorists and whatnot, something like the Muslims and things of that sort, which we are not. The scriptures tell you, first and foremost, all weapons of warfare is not carnal. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to the topic at hand, all Israelites are not black. Just because Deuteronomy 28:68 told us that, that the brothers was going to be coming here on slave cargo ships, doesn't mean that all Israel is black. You look at me, you may consider me to look as a Puerto Rican or black or anything, man. But that's why the scriptures tells you go down to endless genealogies, because it's not all about skin depiction. It's not all about skin pigmentation, because you got brothers that's out here that might be albino, man. Okay, so with that, we just gonna jump into a couple of scriptures. We're gonna prove our points, man, and pray that you brothers and you sisters be edified. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at 3. And this is what the commandment was for the children of Israel. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. So the anger of Yahweh will be kindled against the men of Israel, because dealing with these different nations of women, we was going to serve other powers. And just a precept to back that up, this is First Kings 11, and I'm gonna start at the top, man. First Kings at chapter 11, and it reads, but the king Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the other nations, concerning which Yahweh said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. So this is a prime example right here, right? Out of all them women that King Solomon had, you have to know that his seed was sown amongst them. All right, and them a lot of women, man. Them a lot of women. So just imagine, a Judite man having a child by all of them women, man. That right there is a small nation of people. Okay, and considering a lot of them was boys, and they went and they kept on mingling on with their mother's race. You wouldn't be able to pick them from that time today. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people, would be looking as if they was a Moabite, which would be a Chinese, or Ammonite, a Japanese, a Hittite, an African, or so-called African. You know, you wouldn't be able to depict that all the way from then now. As a matter of fact, to get on another point that I have um got up on, this is Numbers chapter 25 and 1, because the children of Israel was into dealing with women of other nations heavy, even when Moses was alive, even when he gave the law, man. Okay, and we're gonna go into it. This is Numbers chapter 25. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. So that means they was just running amok, going to land with these different women, man. You know what I'm saying? Laying their seeds down, probably 9 times out of 10. And they called the people into the sacrifice of their gods, and the people did eat and bow down to their gods. And this is one of the reasons why, again, Yahweh said, look, man, don't dwell with these strange women, because they're going to turn your hearts from me, you know. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Israel. And Yahweh said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before Yahweh against the sun, that the fierce anger of Yahweh may be turned away from Israel. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the men of Israel into the tent, and broke both of them through, the man of Israel and a woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. So that right there shows you that, even in the times when Moses was ruling, when Moses was walking the earth, man, and the Most High was giving him the commandments and the laws and statutes for Israel to dwell by. The men in Israel was dealing with different nations, man. They was dealing with different nations, and once they settled into the land of Israel, they really started dealing with them, man. They really started committing all type of whoredoms, especially being that all of these nations was in arm's reach. We had a lot of nations that was in captivity under us, paying servitude to us, man. So they was dealing with them women, and that goes to show you, man. You just can't say, blacks is blacks is the only Hebrew Israelites. That's not true. The scripture tells you that we have come from the dust of the earth, and if you look at the dirt, there's different derivatives of brown. Okay, and that's where we all come from. Ash, dust to dust, shalt thou return. That's what we turn it to, man. As we are, okay. And so when the Lord created us, we was already different pigmentations of brown as it was. Okay. It's just through all the mingling and the mixing, we started to have we started looking like the other heathens in the different nations. All right. We got another one, man, because the scriptures speak about Ephraim being mingled mingled in with the other nations. This is Hosea chapter 7 verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Okay, so there you go, man. When you baking a cake, right, and you got a little pan, when you baking that cake, the top of it is gonna turn brown. It's gonna turn nice and brown, man. When you cut into it, it's gonna have that fluffy yellow texture. It's gonna be a fluffy yellow It's gonna look fluffy and yellow. And then we turn it upside down. It's not. If you take it out of the pan, it's not gonna be as brown as it is on top under the pan, under the cake. You know what I'm saying? So so you know, going into saying that all Israelites is just black, like that's their way once again, as the Elder Uriah was saying, it's them trying to demonize us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's their way of trying to make us as a terrorist group so they can come through and kill us for preaching this word, because they trying to get this truth out. They trying to get this truth off the streets, man. They don't want our people to know that we are the true Hebrew Israelites. They want us to stay dumb and deaf, man, and blind to the fact of it. And the Lord said, man, hey, that we are a light upon the hill, man. So you ain't gonna be able to stop this, man. You ain't gonna be able to stop this. No matter how you try to demonize us. No matter how you try to demonize us. You can't stop the Lord's will, man. You know? Because you can't do nothing against the truth, but only for this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And right now, it may be people who are confusion of faces, and they may have not even considered themselves to be Hebrew Israelites, but now they might be considering it, man. That might help awaken the elect even faster, because some of the confusion of faces might be the elect, and you just helping the work getting pushed out to motivate and encourage them, you know, to come back to the Lord, because a lot of these Hebrew Israelite camps out here, you know, that ain't part of us, and that ain't teaching the correct doctrine, is out there spreading that only the blacks are the Hebrew Israelites, and they confusing the masses, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, a carnal man can't understand the things of the spirit, man. A carnal man he can't understand the things of the spirit. He can't read the things of the spirit. And you definitely a carnal man, vocab Malone. You definitely carnal. All right. I even got more to this lesson, man, because it gets deeper than that. I'm finna go take it. All right. Now we're gonna talk about how the 10 tribes even got here, and now we're gonna talk about how the 10 tribes mixed and mingled in, because they was already mixed and mingled in before they left captivity from the Assyrian captivity. You know, they was already mixed and mingled in with them. But hey, now we gonna bring it back to the Americas, man. Now we finna prove in the Americas and who the Northern Kingdom is. All right, and why they look the way they look, and why they speak the way they speak. It's the second Ezra, chapter 13. I'm gonna start at 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captivity, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took counsel amongst themselves that they will leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs of for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Asareth. All right. And if you know anything about the building of the temple, when King Solomon was building the temple, all right, he had men, their name escaped me right now at this point. He had men to go and get build the temple, and they was going, and it took them 3 years in order for them to return with the wood that they was using to build up the temple, man. You know what I'm saying? With all the golds and the riches and stuff, they was going to go get. It took them a year, man, it took them 3 years to come in and build up the temple with the trips. It took them 3 years to trip. So that means it took them a year and a half to get from Jerusalem to the Americas, Israel to the Americas, and it took them from America to it took them a year and a half to get from the Americas to Israel. You know, and that's all in First Kings. You know, you can research that yourself. But bring out the point. Right, natives and slavery. You see that it says natives and slavery. Some Native American tribes held work captives as slaves prior to and during European colonization. Some Native Americans were captured and sold by others into slavery to Europeans, and a small number of tribes in the late what it say in the late 18th and 19th centuries adopted the practice of holding slaves as a cattle product. I just looked up nations and slave natives and slavery, and as you see, the natives was also captured and put in slavery. And we're gonna go into who captured them and who put them into slavery, man. First, get some images because there was some crucial points in these images uh, that I wanted to reveal, and it shows the natives being in slavery. There with my phone right quick. I can loading up right now. So that goes to prove also, man, that when the 10 tribes was here, when the northern kingdom of Israel was here, man, that they was also in slavery, and you know what comes from slavery, spoils, riches, rape, okay, nations of other nations of the superior uh, having their pick of the nations of the less. And right now, the so-called blacks and natives and natives are the lesser people, man. We are the lesser people. You see that? You see this picture right here? You see them? You see that? You see the natives with the chains on their necks? You know? That's how you know, man. This is a spiritual thing. This is a spiritual thing we in, man. And this is Yahweh Barashim Yahweh Shah waking up the elect, man, bringing forth this truth. No, there's more to it, man. There's more to it. This is I typed in for this, which conquistador conquered the natives. This is Hernan Cortez invaded Mexico in 1519 and conquered the Aztec Empire. And a lot of you so-called Latinos, you Latinos, Mexicans, and Puerto Ricans, and all you Latinos, man, a lot of you, y'all know that that y'all used to be at one point called what? Aztecs, Mayans, Incas, uh, 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 and the list go on. But you know, at one point in time, these are the names that you guys was born by, which was only bywords, man. As the scripture says in Deuteronomy 28, you was being called by bywords. So we're going to read. It says, engraving Empire credit public domain engraving by W. Hall, 1837. Hernan Cortez was a Spanish conquistador or conqueror best remembered for conquering the Aztec Empire in 1521 and claiming Mexico for Spain. And you Spaniards are also another nation of people. They're not Israelites, okay? And they conquered the Aztecs, which we all know that the Aztecs, and it says in Mexico, okay? So you know that the 10 tribes was dwelling here in the land that wasn't dwelt there before you Europeans started coming in and conquering things, man. start coming in and putting your land, putting your name on the land, and stealing the gold and raping the women, and killing the children. These are the things they were doing, man. Okay. It says conquer Mexico. I took up another. Who conquered the Mayan civilization? It says after 900 conflicts with the Mayan within the Maya lands had resulted in divisions that caused the civilization to fall from its former height. In 1523, Cortez sent Pedro de Alvarado to conquer the Maya in Guatemala. The Maya fought back valiantly, but by the mid 1500s, Spanish cities were founded in the Maya lands, and this is why you so-called Latinas right now speak the language you speak, which is Spanish, man. So you shouldn't be proud to speak that language, man. That shouldn't be something that you're proud to speak because it's a bastard tongue. The same as with us speaking English. That's in America, man. Because of our slave owners. That English and that Spanish tongue is a bastard tongue, man. It's a devil tongue, man. All right, and you should be fucking pissed that you speaking that because you only speaking it because you was put in captivity and you were forced to speak and learn that language. Ooh, what conquistador conquered the Inca? Manco Inca initially had good relations with Francisco Pizarro, right? A peaceable people, man, and several other Spanish conquistadors. However, in 1535, he was left in Cusco under the control of Pizarro's brothers Juan and Gonzalo, who so mistreated Manco Inca that he ultimately rebelled. And if you go more into it, it shows that they killed them, man. And they killed them and they took over their land. Hey, man, so people people, man, that's thinking all this is all about black Hebrew Israelite. This ain't no black Hebrew Israelite thing, man. You know, we all different pigmentations, all right? From the darkest brother to the lightest brother. Color has nothing to do with it. We've been mingled into the races, man. You know? Maybe I ain't with that. I don't want to make this video long, man. I'm going to a couple of things. I pray this was edifying. That I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the true rulers and leaders of Israel today. I want to say Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, Wahawa Kakurash Barakatham, to the true and sincere Akim. All right, and with that, I'm going to say Shalom.